In exactly 30 days, you could be running a hackathon that launched little startups, or you could be drowning in spreadsheet hail with like 200 developers wondering where their pizza is. Hi, I'm Alexandre, founder of HackHQ, and I've organized many hackathons, from complete disasters to ones that launch new lines of products. And there is one thing that most organizers miss, and that changed drastically the trajectory of the hackathon and the quality of the project. We'll get to there. But first, let's get started. Let's put a clock. We have 30 days now, and let's organize our hackathon. Okay, we are day 30. Let's get started. And actually, we should not announce anything. The first 9 days should be just quiet planning. And the first thing we need to choose is what type of hackathon we really want to run. We want to do like a remote, in person, or like a hybrid hackathon. By order of difficulty, remote is easier. It's harder to get engagement though, and having people like really motivated for a remote hackathon. In person, there is more logistics involved, but it's much easier to get like engagement and having people participating and so on. Hybrid, extremely hard to organize actually. Having a mix of both makes it a really hard balance of making it an enjoyable moment for the people in person and for the people remote. Like you have to compromise sometimes between one or the other, and it's possible, but it's really, really difficult to make a hybrid hackathon, or at least you need to have way more people that will help you there. So that's the first step. The second one is the scope. So if you are doing a hackathon for your organization, do you want to have people just creating features for this organization, so new features and stuff like that? Or do you open to like any new ideas, or you want to focus on AI, or do you want to focus on some technologies? That's also important. You should write down like one sentence of what's the theme of the hackathon. That's very important for your whole structure. The next decision you have to make is about budget. If you can approve budget yourself, that's perfect. Otherwise, you really need someone that you can trust and that will be your friend along the process. They will be very helpful in general. So either like a CTO, a VP of engineering, or senior leadership that can talk to the right person will be really clutch. And this person will not need to work too much, but having like 2 hours of their help to unlock the budget and for other things will be super, super, super helpful. For budget, I will say maybe $15 per participant for virtual hackathon is like a good start. And for in-person, especially you have to handle like food and things like that, you will need maybe something along like $30 per person will be great. But the more the merrier. If you can have better prices, you can have t-shirts and things like that. I think that's something that also people really, really enjoy. Okay, now that we have the budget handled, we'll actually need another person from a higher leadership. A CTO, a VP of engineering, or someone like that, that will be able to tell the managers and tell the engineers that it's okay to spend some time on the hackathon, that it's not time wasted. It will increase your participation rate by a tremendous amount, but you need someone that has this leadership voice to tell, it's fine, everyone, let's block some time to work on hackathon projects and stop the daily work for a day for the hackathon. I think that's very important, and that will increase by a huge amount your participation rates, and people will feel less guilty of participating. And I think we should already take a look into finding the right person for that. Okay, I think we are pretty good. We have the budget that is confirmed. We have this person from leadership that pretty much allowed everyone to participate into your hackathon. We have the hackathon details, so the date, the scope, everything has been like approved. And yeah, I think we are ready to announce. Perfect. Okay, let's now write the hackathon announcement together. And the first thing you should have is a hook. Why should they care? You can write a lot of things in there, but I usually tend to go on the more funny side. It's that time of the year again, and you can make it your own and like a very personable thing, but having a hook at the beginning is the most important, even before telling all the details about the hackathon. It's the tone of the hackathon itself, and it will engage people to participate into your hackathon. After that, you need to give all the details that you already have. So the theme, the date, what's in it for them, like will they present their projects to the CTO? Will they finally solve that issues that they were, I don't know, thinking about for a long time? Or there's like multiple things. You can also, if you have them already, like the prices and stuff, all of those are very important, but you need to have like a very detailed message that contains everything, and that's super important. And if you can have even the person that is responsible for the budget, or even better, the one that is helping you with the leadership, like adding a comment into there, that's, I think, super clutch. And that will help you having a good introduction to this hackathon, and that's perfect. So you will want to send this message around Tuesday or Wednesday at 10 a.m. I feel that's the best moment where people are the most online. It's not like a Monday or something. And you will need also to have maybe a link for people to register. So you could do it either via Google Calendar events, where people can say accept or non-accept or maybe in the calendar event, or you can do it via a form. So I'll show you how it works on HackHQ. So here we have the hackathon registration form on HackHQ, and how I will set it up is asking maybe for something like the name, the email address, and if you will have like food, you can ask for like dietary restrictions, the t-shirt size already, that's why they have the shirt already ready, and if they will be there in person. And the cool thing with HackHQ is that you send that to everyone, and then you will be able to see all the participants into like one single page. And if they want, they can change the name or change things after the fact, and you just have a history of the most accurate information. So that's one way to do it. But like a Google Calendar works also as well, where they just accept, and you will ask for their details there. Okay, now I want to tell you about something that most hackathon organizers miss, and that was for me like a game changer on the quality of the project. You need to submit your judging criteria way in advance. So how project will be judged? Like, will it be part of the presentation? Will it be like how production ready is the project, the innovation, like, and even like if will it be the public, like the other people in the company that will be voting, or will it be like a selection of people in the executive team? I think those are really important. And if you want to do one type of project, it could work really well if it's, for instance, everyone voting. But if it's only the executive voting, like another type of project could really win. And as a hackathon participant, making a project that doesn't have the right spotlight because it was not the right project is very, very, very frustrating. So you should really think about what do you want for those judging criteria and post them in advance. That's super, super, super important. Okay, now you need to build momentum and without being annoying. So that's like the little balance that you need there. So you need to post regularly about your hackathon, and in a subtle way. So for instance, you can post about the prices, and a day or two later you can say, oh, look what other teams had built in the previous hackathon. You need to remind people that there is a hackathon coming in the next few days, and they need to register. And I think, yeah, you need to build momentum. People will forget. People are working on different projects and with tight deadlines, so that's very important, like a daily or a few times a week at least, a reminder of the event. Also, in general, don't be sad about people ghosting you. If you have, for instance, 100 people that are registered, you can really count on like 70 to come. If people have on their calendar like accepts, you can count 70% of those. And if they have like maybe not, you just can discard them. So if for 100 accepted, maybe like 70 will be there. Nothing against you, that's just how it works. Okay, so now the hackathon is in 2 weeks. So let's do little checkpoints. So we posted the announcement of the hackathon, and we have some registrants already flowing in. We also posted the judging criteria. We also had maybe some questions that were answered like publicly, which is good. And we are posting in general about the hackathon every other day to just try to build the momentum. I think we are in a pretty good state. So yeah, let's now go into the next step. Okay, so now that we are 2 weeks out from the hackathon, there is two things I like to do. And the first one is an ID spreadsheet. So the idea is that you will want to post that on one of the biggest channel of your company. And for that, you might need the help also of the person that was the executive leader. But the goal is to have everyone participating into the ideation process of the hackathon. One complaint I receive a lot from participants is that they don't know what to build exactly. And a lot of people have tons of ideas on what to build, especially people that are from sales or from marketing or from product manager in general. They have tons of ideas, but they don't have time to develop them. And so having like an idea spreadsheet will also build a sense of community of finding the best idea. So what I like to do is just creating a Google spreadsheet, and on one column I have like the ID name, have the name of the person that submitted the ID, something also for people to upvote. That way you can see if one ID is actually really like something important for a lot of people or not. And the last column for people that are participants to be able to just answer their name, that they are gonna work on the ID. That way not like 5 different people will be working on the same, or at least if 5 people want to work on the same, they will be together as a team. And I think that's helps a lot, like the team cohesion of the whole company working on that sheet, and that will also help people to participate in your hackathon. Like people will want to see their ideas has been worked on and stuff like that. So I think it's like a win-win for everyone. And speaking of team, the second part is a channel for people to organize themselves. So you could have maybe either like a dedicated hackathon Slack channel or something like that, just for the team formation, and saying, okay, I want to build that, and is there someone else that wants to build it with me, or and so on and so on, and or I have time to build something, and I would love to cooperate. People are shy, so this channel might not like pop with a lot of things, but if you can help like 2 people that didn't know each other doing a team together and building something together, I think that's also a win-win. So I think that's something that you should also promote, and have people working as a team and discovering maybe 2 different teams working on 2 different things, having like a common project. I think is also really amazing. Okay, the next thing you will want is a technical infrastructure for the day of the hackathon. And that will take you 3 times longer than you think. And when I'm talking technical infrastructure, I'm talking about a way for people to submit projects. And from this submitted project, being able to have a Google form, something like that, for people to be able to vote on the projects. And from these votes, then being able to create like a results page to be able to see who won the hackathon. And I remember like in the first hackathon I did, I had everything prepared, it was working great and stuff. People were on the Zoom call like voting on everything, and after like a few minutes of voting, I took everything, I pasted it into the Google Sheet I had with all the fancy calculation and stuff, and nothing was returned. I got not a number in my who won cell, and actually all the votes ended up being in a string, and I needed a number. So 150 people were looking at me. That's stressful. Like every minute is like an hour in my head. It was like I was trying to fix everything. It worked in the end, but that's something you need to test way in advance, making sure that everything is correct. And also you will have on the day of the event some people last minute saying, okay, the project name changed, or can you add this and there? So you will need to have something super solid that also allow change like midway. I can show you how it works on HackHQ because I built it also to help on that. So here you have our voting page, and You can have like public votes, you can have judges voting. I can show you here an example. So here's how people will vote. So you see like the name of all the projects, and let's go for instance to this budget AI 2, and the person just like voted on all the different criterias, and it then save their changes. And once everyone finished the vote, I'm able to see on my dashboard here the analytics, so I know exactly where the judge is at. Is everyone done with voting? I can see the same for the public one, or the anonymous voter that currently voted. And I just have here all the results that are already populated. So I can sort by public only, I can sort by, okay, who won the best overall and things like that. So that's the very practical, and you could do that also with the Google Sheet. That definitely works. But yeah, that's another way to do it as well. Okay, so we have now 1 week left, and I think it's time now to lock our registration. You can also do it later, but it's good to already know who will be coming, and locking things like for the food orders, or if you want to order t-shirt as well, it's good to have like a final number. So you can say to people, oh, heads up, I'm gonna lock registration. If you want a t-shirt, you have to say it now. It's important to have like buffer, so also people will not be coming. So you might be okay allowing people after that, but it's good to have a final number at least 1 week in advance. And if you do a 1 week checkpoint, so you should have people that are finalized, that are registered. You tested your infrastructure twice or thrice, and you have your final headcount locked. That's perfect. Okay, so with less than 1 week left, usually I'm creating now a document that contains everything. So that will be all the schedule with all the time zones. There will be all the links in one place, all the hackathon detail, like listing all the prices, listing the judging details one more time with all the criterias, maybe the emergency contacts, all the submission requirements. All of that is very important. Maybe you can even add some FAQ things that came up along the last few weeks. But yeah, you need to create this document and publish it again to everyone that is participating in the hackathon. And that will be a document that everyone can just read again, and people will forget. So they have like just one single place where all the information are. I think that's super important. Okay, so now with only a few days left, you will want to do a full rehearsal, like if you were a participant. So how will participants submit their project? So you try the submission projects, and then how you take all these projects and make them into like your voting platform. What if you have a participant that changed the project name after you imported everything? Will that work? Testing again your votes and stuff like that. But even other things like you will want to test like your coffee machine, making sure it works, making sure you have, I don't know, the right password for your Wi-Fi is very important. You will maybe want also to do, if you have like people that are helping you, maybe like a quick meeting with like the volunteers that will help you on the day of the event, briefing them on everything that will happen, the whole timeline and everything. That's super important. Like a full rehearsal is really, really important to make sure that everything on the day of the hackathon will be perfect. And also if you have external judges or executive that will vote, it's a very good to have maybe like a 15-minute call with them to explain them how it will work, explain them the judging criteria and everything, how the platform for voting will work. Like, if not a 15-minute meeting, at least having like a document again, very clear for everyone is super important, and explaining them the goals of the hackathon. If they are not aware of them, I think it's very important. Okay, so now we have 2 days left. Okay, now that starts to be a bit scary. I'm not gonna lie, now it's scary time. So two things, yeah, if you have a physical space, make sure that all the tables are properly placed. Every table has like power strips for everyone, making sure that all the signs to go to the bathroom are correct, if that's a space that people don't know. All of that is very important. Just do that today. Today is the day to do it, not tomorrow. And if you are doing the event virtually, making sure that everyone received the calendar event, that if you click on the link in the event, it goes into the proper room and there's no need for another password or something like that. Make sure that you have the sharing permissions also, that everyone can share their screen. You need to make sure everything is fine today. Like, you have 2 days left, not tomorrow. And let's actually talk about tomorrow now. The day before the event, you do nothing. That's why. You need to rest. The only thing maybe you need to do is maybe sending like at 5 p.m. a message saying, oh, hackathon is tomorrow, here are the latest information, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you can prepare just this message. But otherwise, you should rest. Tomorrow will be exhausting. It will be fun because now everything is prepared. But it will be exhausting, and you need on your last day to just relax, watch a movie, do something else, just go outside, take a breather. Tomorrow is the day, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And that's our final checkpoint, actually. So now you should be slightly nervous, not panicked. Slightly nervous is appropriate. You should make sure that everything is documented, that everyone knows like the plan, like the whole timeline of the events, pretty much everything. If you're sick tomorrow, the day of the event, everything should go as planned. Like, everyone know what they have to do, and you have people as a backup. That's all is needed. And yeah, good luck tomorrow. All right, today is Hackathon Day, and it's going actually pretty well. We followed our whole timeline. We worked for like 30 days to arrive to today, and after 2 hours, yeah, people are enjoying. Yeah, people are coding. They are happy. We have a pretty good event. Things are running actually smoothly. People know what they are going to do next, and you can just enjoy finally your event. Like, all your hard work paid off. Congrats! That's a big achievement there. So that's pretty cool. I'm really happy about it. And if you want, actually, I have a PDF version of everything I talked about and even a bit more at hackhq.io/timeline. And if you want actually to see how the Hackathon Day is working, I will have another video talking about that as well. But thank you so much for watching, and good luck organizing your next hackathon. I think you'll have a blast. Super worth it in the end, even if you finish at 2 a.m. and you're becoming stressed. I think they are worth it. They are super fun to organize, and I'll see you in the next video. À plus!